It is time to pack our stuff and move on because unfortunately Google Whisk is shutting down by the end of the month and we only have 2 weeks left to keep using it for free. So if you have plans or strategy to produce content within the next period, make sure to use that time and generate all your content before the website is shut down by the 30th of April. Now what's going to happen after that is you're going to start using Flow. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to opt in to transfer your data from Google Whisk into your new account on Google Flow. I'm also going to talk about the incredible new features released in Google Flow, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison between Google Flow and Google Whisk to see if it's actually worth moving on to Flow or should we look for alternatives. So without further ado, let's dive right into it and show you how you can opt in to transfer your data from Google Whisk to Flow. All right, so first things first, we're going to start by opting in, and I'm going to do this live with you because I haven't done it before. You're going to notice there's a notification at the top of the page right here. There's a button that says opt in to transfer your data. We're going to click on that right here, and then it's going to say opt in to transfer your media to Flow. Now you're going to see in the pop-up window that we have two options. One is to download our media to our computer to have a backup that we can use whenever we want, and then we have another button that says opt in to Flow to transfer. So I'm going to click on that one right here. Now what's going to happen is that it's going to say thank you for being a Whisk user. Image generation and animation is moving to Flow, our new home for both image and video creation. We've received your request to transfer your media, and it will take a few weeks to initiate your transfer. You can still create in Whisk until April 30, 2026. So now I'm going to show you the new features about Flow, and then we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. So let's begin with the new features and see what has improved in Flow. So now I'm inside one of my projects in Flow, and what you're looking at is the project of the video clip that you watched at the very beginning of the tutorial. I want to show you the incredible features that have been released that made me create that incredible video. So let's talk about it and see what has improved. First, when you go into your text box and you open up the drop-down menu, you're going to find a couple of tabs. Under image, you have the option to choose the aspect ratio, and then below that is the number of output. Below that is going to be the image generation model. You'll have the option to Nano Banana 2 and Nano Banana Pro, and if you choose Nano Banana 2, you'll see below that a text that says generating will use 0 credits. Now I want to point out for free users, I'm going to leave a link to this article where you can learn more about the credit system and what's included in your free version so you're not confused. Going back to Flow, and this is what's really interesting, we're going to move on to the video tab, and you're going to notice a couple of new tabs have been added. These are frames and ingredients. So let's talk about frames. When you choose frame, you're going to see the option that allows you to use the start and end frame. So yes, we finally have the option to use the start and end frame. This means we have a more precise outputs that we can control using the start and end frame. So now that I have generated both my images, you can see that this is going to be my first frame, which is going to be the Google Whisk. That's the vanishing website that's going to be shut down by the end of the month. I'm going to drag that image and drop it right here where it says add start frame. And then I'm going to drag this image and place it on the end frame right here. And then I just simply paste my prompt right there and then hit generate. And the result is going to be the video that you just watched. So let's take a look at the video again and see what it did. Pretty cool, right? So we started with this image as our first frame, and then we used the other image where we had the Flow hologram, including the bright mode and all that, and it was really incredible. Next is the ingredients tab, and this one allows us to keep consistency, which is one of the problems that we had in the past and we were struggling with, but not anymore, because now it allows us to upload reference images for our characters, for our location, to keep everything consistent. So once you've selected that in the drop-down menu right here, you're gonna notice there's a plus sign. You just click on that one, and here is where you can upload your character reference images, your location images, in order to keep everything consistent. Now, because I already have some images that are generated in this project, you can see both of them right here. So once I select that one, for example, to keep consistency of my location, I'm going to click on the plus sign right here. Now I want to have the same character to keep it consistent. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the upload button and then attach the character sheet where I can keep my character consistent throughout my generation in all images. Once you have everything selected, you're going to simply going to paste your prompt in the text box right here, hit generate, and then you're going to have your video generated in a matter of seconds, which is really cool. So this is another incredible feature that we were missing in the past. We didn't have the ingredients or the first and last frame. Now we have access to both of them that we can use to keep consistency of our characters, our location, and we can easily control our animation using the start and end frame. Another cool feature that I want to talk about in video generation is that you now have the option to extend your videos. You can do object removal or insertion. So let me show you how that works. If you open up one of your videos that you've generated so far, what you'll notice below the text box is that there are a few buttons. These are the extend button that allows you to extend your videos for more than 8 seconds. You also have the option to insert objects, the option to remove objects. So let's talk about object removal and insertion. First of all, I want to make sure that you're all aware that in order to use those features, you have to be a pro subscriber. So let's just see how to use those. If you click on the insert button right here, what you notice is that you have the option to select the area where you want to insert the objects that you want. So let's say I want to insert another object that's going to be right here above the table, like so. I just highlight that by holding the left click button on my mouse to highlight the area that I want to add my object. And then I simply describe what I want to add in the prompt box. And once I hit generate, the video is going to be edited with the additional object that I requested to add. If I want to remove an object, it's going to be the other way around. So I'm going to click on the remove button. And this time, let's say I want to remove the character. So I'm going to highlight the character just like so. And then I'm going to describe that in the prompt box and simply just hit generate. And then what's going to happen is that the video is going to be edited and the character will be removed from your generated clip. Now, when it comes to the camera movements, there are a couple of options. You can click on the camera button right here and you'll notice a couple of taps above the camera motion. One, it says camera motion, and the other one, it says camera position. So you can choose any of the available options, and then you just hit generate, and just know that each generation is going to cost you 20 credits. So like I said, if you were to use any of the new features, you'll have to be at least a pro subscriber because you're going to get 1,000 credits on a monthly basis. And I've already left a link for the article where you can learn more about the credit system to compare the free version versus the other paid plans, where you can have more credits in your paid plans, whether you're on the pro version or the ultra version, in order to generate more videos on a monthly basis. And finally, we're going to start doing a side-by-side comparison using Flow and Google Whisk to test out the outputs for both of them. We will see if it's actually worth keeping Flow or shall we look for alternatives. Now, in order to get started, I've prepared a master prompt using ChatGPT. So this means I'm going to do this live as I record my screen to show you that I haven't tried this before. This is my first time. The project that we're going to be creating together is called The Last Night Keeper, and I'm going to start by the character sheet. So I'm going to copy the first character sheet prompt right here. I'm going to go back to the side-by-side comparison. I'm going to paste my prompt in here for Google Flow. I'll do the same for Google Whisk as well. And then we're going to start generating. So for the Flow one, we're going to use Nanabanana 2.0. We're going to hit generate. And then for the second one, we're just going to hit generate and we test out the results. Now that both images have been generated, I think I like the one that was generated using Flow because the character is higher in contrast. I like the overall design. My experience with this one is much likely better than the other one on the right side. Of course, this will come down to your preference. This is just my own opinion. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which one do you like best? Whether you liked the results in Flow or Google Whisk. Now here comes the next result, both Google Flow and Google Whisk. These are my characters. I think from my perspective, it's hard to say which one is better. I'll let you decide and let me know in the comments below. We are now ready to start generating our scene. So I'm going to go with scene number 1. This one does not have characters yet. It's just a white shot. So I'm going to test this out and I'm going to paste my prompts right here. And I'm going to do the same for this one as well. We're going to hit generate. We're going to do the same thing for this one right here and wait for the result. And here comes the result for both Google Whisk and Google Flow. Now I'm leaning towards the one on the left side because this one is more dramatic. It's more crisp and I can see the sea waves. It looks more realistic than the one on the right side. This one is kind of boring, so I think this one on the left side is the winner for Google Flow. Next scene requires the human character, so let's see how both handles the consistency. Since we're going to use the character sheet, so I'm going to copy the prompt right here, and then I'm going to start generating both scenes. So I'm going to paste my prompt right there, and I want to make sure that I keep my character consistent, so I'm just going to drag the character, drop it, and add it to the ingredients like so, and then I'm going to hit generate for this one. And for this one right here, we're going to click on the little arrow on the top left, so I can drag my character like so, place it under subjects, and then what I can do is simply just paste my prompt as well in the text box. As soon as this one is ready, we're going to hit generate, and let's see how both handle shows consistency. Now that we have both scenes generated, I can see the characters are being consistent in both. You can see on the left side, the character looks exactly the same, except of course, due to the lighting, it looks more dramatic, it looks more real, and I love this one. Looking at the one on the right side by Whisk, you can still see the same thing. Again, the character is consistent. The one on the left side is more dramatic. I like this one because it has a lot more details than this one. So the one by Flow is the winner here. Moving on to the next one, I'm going to be using scene number 4. And so I'm not going to generate the entire thing just for the sake of this tutorial. My core focus is the output differences between both Google Flow and Google Whisk to see which one is better for your convenience and if it's actually worth using Flow in the future or seeking alternatives. So I've already copied scene number 4 because we're going to be using both characters, the human character and the falcon. Now I'm back in the comparison side by side, so I'm just going to paste my prompt right here, and then I want to make sure that I drag both characters. So I'm going to drag this one right here. I'm going to drag the other one as well right here, and I'm going to click on generate, and then we're going to do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to drag this one and drag it in the subject images right there. We're also going to paste our prompt for that one right here, and then we're going to hit generate and wait for the result and see how both handles the outcome. So now that we have both images generated, I still like the one generated by Flow because this one looks more realistic. You can see here the guy looks concerned. The Peregrine Falcon looks injured, seeking help, and you can also see the light bulb the guy is holding. This makes the scene more dramatic. If you take a look at the one on the right side by Whisk, you can still see it's just a normal scene right there. Yeah, just open the door looking at it, but I think the one I like best is the Google Flow one. So that one is the winner. Again, this is just my opinion, so feel free to let me know your opinion in the comments below. I'd appreciate it, and let's find out which one is the winner for you and whether you're going to use Flow in the future, or are you going to search for alternatives because you think Flow isn't the best for you. Now here's another trick that I wanted to show you to help you stay consistent, especially with locations and not just characters, and I made a mistake on intention to show you what it's like. So in the next scene we have the guy holding the falcon, so I generated the image as you can see and using Flow, and on the other side we also see another image using Google Whisk. Both scenes are okay, characters are consistent. The only problem is the location is that it's not the same. Why? Because I did not use the previous location as a reference, so AI did not know where exactly do they need to be, especially that this was not mentioned in the prompt. So in order to fix this and to avoid this mistake, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the previous scene that we generated, which includes the location where the guy found the falcon. So we drop that as well as the 2 character sheets, and then click on the generate button to start generating and see the result. Same thing in here in the Google Whisk. You'll also have to upload or attach your scene under scenes, and then make sure you paste your prompt and then hit generate. This way we're telling AI, here's the location, this is what it looks like, and we want you to match it exactly as is for the upcoming scene. So let's wait for the result. All right, see, now we're talking. We have both images generated. They're exactly in the same place, except this one is a little closer, which I like, by the way. This one kept the white shot to keep consistency of the location. So I think I like both in handling how the location looks like in terms of the reference that we provided, but I like this one better because it has a close-up, which makes the scene even more dramatic, that we can see a close-up of the guy holding the falcon and the lamp as well. So yeah, this is how you can keep consistency of your location, and I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.